Okay, today I'm going to try to go over and do my first tutorial, part 1 of using Media Menu Flow. And I'm going to have to go over the basic features of each part, and then I'm going to have to split it up into a 2-part training video because I only get 10 minutes on YouTube. So anyways, so here we go. What we see here is when you first start it up, you've got the main menu, and on the main menu we have a skin selector at the top. And so this is our LED Real Wheel skin. And then we have the LED blue, and then if we go to the beginning we have LED retro, and these are the 3 skins that come with version 1.0 of Media Menu Flow. And we can physically go off and name our menuing system. So in our configuration we get to give each one a name, and we can have more than one menuing system set up in the system to have it output to 2 different directories, or as many different directories as each one of the systems, as many systems as you'd like to have. And then again, to start the build, we just click the Start Menu button. It goes relatively quickly. To exit, we click the Exit button. And if we notice across the top, we have a series of tabs. The first tab and the last tab, which is the configuration, are for using the interface only. The rest of the tabs represent each one of the icons. So on the main system, we have an icon for the home icon, we have the storage icon, the movie flow icon, the music video flow icon, the photo flow icon, and the music flow icon. Now, we're going to start off and give you a quick overview on the home icon. And the home icon, we've got our main page here, and what it does is it's got all the options we can enable on it. And so this one's pretty straightforward. So if we click the change button, if you check it, then it'll be on the menu. You can put a password, any password you'd like, and our passwords are 4 numbers, 4-digit number, and that number has to be between 0 and 9 for each digit. And if we want them on, we turn them on. If we want them off, we turn them off. Unchecked is off, checked is on. That's it, simple, straightforward. Then we have our storage. Now I'm not going to be able to spend a lot of time on this. I'm going to spend my whole second tutorial will be all on the storage section. But things to know about the storage section, just to give you a quickie, we have the ability to set the time, whether it's going to be AM or PM, whether it's just going to be always on the menu system, or whether you will click a button and have it display for 30 seconds and then turn off. Then we have the movie flow option. What Media Menu Flow is it's intelligent. It's designed to work with all of the Media Flow family of products, and it'll automatically go out and it'll look and find the copy of Movie Flow you have installed on your system. Then it will grab all of the databases you have set up inside of Movie Flow, and it'll give you a list of them. And then you can add as many copies of Movie Flow as you'd like to your list. Every one of the lists always has to have at least one option on it, and by default we put a browse function in it, so that if you don't have a copy of Movie Flow loaded, or if you don't have a copy of one of the other products loaded, you can then go ahead and load it, and then you can delete and add anything you'd like to each one of the entries. So to add, all we do is we go here, pick whichever one we wanted. So like right now, currently we have the scan database in there. So let's say I want to click the test database and I want to add it. I click the add button, and what it'll do is it'll tell me it's going to add one called test. It's a database. Its type is scan. There's 3 different types of Movie Flow databases. You have your import database, you have your scan database, and you have your manual database. Okay, this will tell you which one you're loading, and it'll give us the load launch command for it, as well as if we want to turn the password on, we check it, and then we'd fill in a 4-digit code, and that would be our password. If we decide, oh, I don't want that, we'll uncheck it, and that'll shut off the password. Once we've gone ahead and filled out the information, we click the save button. It adds it to the list. Now, if you have more than one item on each icon, what will happen is when that icon comes into focus as the main icon being selected on the menu, a pull-down list will be available with a down arrow on the screen, and using the up and down arrow key will allow you to scroll through each one of the items. To see this in more detail, please watch the demo video that I've created on the website as well, that goes along with these tutorials. Anyways, so now we've gone ahead and we've added them. So this one will have 2. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. Now all of these functions work exactly the same. You add the item. You can add a browse share if you want to any one of them, and you can add as many copies of Movie Flow. So if I had 5 of them, one for my wife, one with cartoons or whatever, they'll all fall under the Movie Flow icon. If I had an adult one, I got to put a password on it. If I had one for my kids, they don't need a password, so theirs wouldn't require one. So that's straightforward and simple. Same thing goes for Music Video Flow. It'll automatically go out there. It'll grab all the information about Music Video Flow. It'll bring back all the databases you have, and it'll allow you to add each one at a time into the system. So it makes life very easy because it's all integrated into my existing system, so I know exactly what's happening. And when you go ahead and you update this, Media-Menu-Flow will actually go out and update all the entries inside of Music Video Flow and inside of Movie Flow to reflect the new updates, so that when you push the home key, that will pop you out of Movie Flow and back into the Media-Menu-Flow system, so that you can select one of the other ones. And the same goes true for Music Video Flow, Photo Flow, and Music Flow. The Music Flow and Photo Flow functions have not, I don't have those products released as of yet, but I did add a manual function, so that if you already have your own viewer, you can click the manual button, and then you can put any name you want to. And if you have your own program that you'd like it to launch, you can fill that in down here, and then you can still password it and save it and add it to the list. If you don't want to, then there'll just be a standard browse share function put there, and once I get my product released and you decide to download it, it'll be available on this button. Same thing goes for the Music Flow. That'll give you the basic overview on Music Flow. Works exactly the same way. Very straightforward, easy to use. I've spent a lot of time making this very, very easy. Then we have our configuration, and to add a configuration to the system, we click the Add button, and it just pops up a database name. And so for this test video, I'll type in test video, and this is just so that you can see it. There it is, and I can add as many menus as I want. And when you select each menu, you can save different parameters for different menus. So I have a particular menu for my popcorn in my bedroom, a different menu for the C200. I can pick and choose whatever menus I'd like to use. So in this case, I don't want to, so I'm going to delete the entry I just made. It asks me if I want to delete it. Yes, I do. I'm already selected. I'm ready to go. Now we're back, and to go ahead and build a system now, all there is to it is we click the Start Media button at the Start Media Menu Build. It will then go off and it will build an entire version of the media menu onto the hard drive, and it goes relatively quickly, and then it pops you back to the desktop. And as we see, that's all there's to it. And now we're done.